Hi, I'm Alex Pault, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Today, I wanted to just do a short episode about the new Cartier Solar watch because, it's an interesting piece, and I had an opportunity to talk to the company that's responsible for the power management chip inside the watch. So I figured, let me throw it all together into a little quickie report on the Cartier Solar watch. Now, the Cartier Solar watch is called the Tank Must watch in English. I guess in French you would say the Tank or the Temps Mousse watch, but yeah, it's called the Must, M-U-S-T, and the actual solar portion of it is called the Solar Beat Movement. Now, it is supposed to be able to operate for 16 years between service intervals on average, and it's specifically been designed to work in very low levels of light. So you don't have to leave it in direct sunlight to charge it up. It'll charge anywhere there's a little bit of light to operate. And the 29.5 millimeter model goes for 2,400 euros. Oh no, I'm sorry, pounds. Looking at the Cartier website, it's 2,400 pounds for the 29.5 millimeter version, and the 29.5 millimeters, 29.5 by 22, and it's 6 millimeters thick. It's 3-bar resistant, 30 meters. So yeah, good for washing your hands, but not much else. Now, the now Cartier is a Richemont company, and obviously they really went through the trouble to find the right supply and source for the electronics that go inside the device, and they went to this company called EPEAS, E-P-E-A-S, and chose their, well, I guess they bought it, power management IC, or PMIC as the industry calls it, and basically it's a very, very high efficiency, very high conversion efficiency power management IC, and it's incredibly small. We're talking about 2 millimeters on a side for the device, and obviously thinner than that. And the important thing about it is the standby current for the PMIC is minimal as well, because don't forget, it's got to be on all the time to manage the power that comes in, any power that comes in from the solar cell. So the key to an energy harvesting circuit is that the power management IC must convert the electricity from the solar cell very efficiently and operate itself very efficiently, so that it doesn't take more power from the circuit than it needs to run itself, freeing up more power for the rest of the system. Now, essentially, this device, it's the AEM00300. It's a power management chip. It's self-configurable. Basically, this device can operate in any of those modes without being configured. It'll do it itself. It can handle an input operating voltage from 140 millivolts to 4.5 volts. So that's a comically wide power range. So the 140 millivolts, that's obviously for very, very low power sources like solar cells in a shadow, and 4.5 volts is obviously if it's plugged into something, because then if you can use the same power management IC to run the recharging circuit in, say, for example, whatever the stand, if they give you a stand or some kind of recharger with that phone, it can operate. But odds are it's not going to be used in that application in the phone for a charger. But let's say it's for a smart hearing aid or something, it'll run off of whatever the harvested energy, and then when you plug it into a power source that gives it real voltage, it doesn't blow up because it can handle up to 4.5 volts, and it can do power levels of 3 microwatts to 570 milliwatts, which is a really wide power range as well. And they talk about things like in here that it's good for smart home devices, intelligent power switches, and the like, smart running shoes, health wearables, anything where you're worried about your power management and how much power you're using up in the application itself. So it really works well for the Cartier watch, because they really wanted something that was small, would enable the watch to run at very, very low light levels, which would give them something to talk about with their solar watch, that it's a highly sensitive and very efficient solar watch. So it's not just your run-of-the-mill watch that we just stuck a solar cell to the front. Cartier really wanted to show a value add even in the solar circuit. And a quartz watch powered by solar is logical. As I've said many, many times, if you're going to have a quartz watch, it should be solar, because why change the batteries in a quartz watch when modern technology enables you to avoid that? And that's exactly what the Cartier watch does. So thanks for listening to my little overview, and have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe.